Hello Realish racing fans, welcome to the Real Driving Simulator. This is Gran Turismo, I'm Alex, and this is Dan. Dan?
This is Dan. Hello.
Hello. Dan's going to be playing Gran Turismo, aren't you, Dan?
I am going to be playing Gran Turismo, and I'm very excited.
And I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, and together we're going to go through a little run through of, well, in my opinion, it's probably the best Gran Turismo game. I wouldn't say it's my favourite, but it is probably the best in terms of...
Felt like the most fleshed out.
Yeah, there's loads of content, it's all usable.
Plenty of variety.
Lots of variety, actually, which I'm sure we'll get into, because later Gran Turismo's they didn't have cars that are in this, or tracks that are in this. It feels very much like it's very different to all the others, in a good way. Yeah.
And it's also got a whole heap of nostalgia on it.
Exactly, yeah. Anyone that's sort of our age and liked cars and had a console, a PlayStation, would have played this quite a lot.
Yes.
I know many hours of my life have gone into this.
Well, a few hours of your life have gone into it before in Gran Turismo.
It did, yes, which was going well until I lost all the recordings and the save file and it all had to stop. But
so what's going to be different this time round?
This time round, well, there's both of us, for starters, and we're just going to play through the game with some rules, some which are hard and fast, and others which will probably be a bit more fluid.
Self-imposed rules.
Some self-imposed rules, because that's always the best way to play Gran Turismo, because it's a car PG, and you can do it in any way you want. So yeah, we're going to... Well, the main one is that if we don't win a race in a car, we have to sell it and use something else.
So that's quite a big penalty there.
Yes. Another one is that we're going to try and not use the same car too much. So if we get a car that's brilliant, we're not just going to use it for half the races because they're easy, because that's no fun.
No, tailor the car to the race.
We'll tailor the car to the race. Another one is that in Gran Turismo 2, you can essentially some of these races. So if I go into the race screen here, these special events, I mean, these you have to use the correct drivetrain car. But some of these you don't have to use, like a convertible for the World Open Car Cup, which is rubbish. So we are going to use convertible for it.
As you should.
As you should,
it's
yeah.
A bit of a silly thing for it not to include.
Yeah, there are some sort of glitches and quirks with this game, which I'm sure we'll come across plenty of in time.
So, licenses, of course.
Licenses.
Step one in any game of Gran Turismo 2.
And you'll be pleased to see that we're not going to make you sit and watch them all. I've done these ahead of time because nobody wants to watch accelerating and braking in a Yaris.
Right, what car are we going to look at? What are we going to spend our 10,000 credits on?
Yeah, so, right, where do we want to start, first of all? Do we want to start in the classic Sunday Cup, or come over to these country-based ones? Because I'm guessing the first car we buy is going to have to be Japanese.
It certainly is.
Unless we want to buy like a Fiat 500 or something that's going to be completely useless.
No, first port of call is always the Japanese used car market, isn't it?
Yeah. So, the obvious thing is to get... Because I think Toyota, there's normally a Supra or something that's... Yeah, like this. For a first car, that seems very good. But is it too good? Do we want to go with something that's going to be easily good enough? Or do we want to go something a little bit more... Do we want to challenge ourselves, basically?
Do we want to downgrade? We can't get a Supra and then downgrade it. It doesn't let you do that, does it?
No, it doesn't. Do we even want the Toyota? You own a Toyota. I've owned Toyotas.
Well, go for something different.
Let's have a look in Mitsubishi, see what's around here.
Of course, we've got the rally events in this as well.
We have, which, there's lots of rally options in this game. Some more obvious than others, which will be fun to go through, I'm sure.
Do we want something that's a little more saloony than racy?
I think so, yeah. The spirit of the Sunday Cup, something that's reasonably basic. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. That would be a challenge.
I mean, that is pretty basic, but it is four-wheel drive.
Yeah, and also we've got to bear in mind, what if I lose a race? Do we need to have some money to the side in case I do lose and we need another car?
Yeah, although you will get the money from selling the car.
That's very true. But is that a negative way to think? We're already planning on losing, which doesn't seem like a very good way to start off, does it?
No. This Mirage Cyborg R looks quite nice, though.
It does look quite good, doesn't it? I seem to remember in the first Gran Turismo that was quite a decent thing to start off with. Right, we could go with an FTO.
A little bit obvious. I don't know about you. I'd always end up with an FTO in my garage.
Yeah, I think
early on.
I think you're right there. You're right there, Murray. Subaru, that'd be a bit obvious, I think, won't it? And expensive. Well, there's one choice, and it's It's not good enough.
Even though it's got RXR in the name.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Japanese cars. The more letters there are after it, the worse it is. And that's a fact. Prelude?
Never like the rear of the Prelude. And that's all you're going to be looking at.
That's very true. Or Civic Saloon.
In Vogue Silver Metallic.
Oh, colour names. I think that Mitsubishi is a...
Let's go with that.
Let's just go with that. We could be here looking for days otherwise.
Sorry, Nissan. We'll come back to you later.
And we'll buy the cheapest one because why would we spend another £1,000 for no reason, even if it's a better colour? Actually, I quite like that. Sort of faded olive green. It's abysmal, so it's perfect. Let's get it.
That colour looks identical to the colour of my dad's old Mondeo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he had around the similar time, 94-ish. And it was very much that colour.
Oh, the
Grey
90s.
green. Oh, the 90s.
Right, so I'm guessing we're gonna jump into the Sunday Cup.
May as well start in the Sunday Cup.
Yeah. Start at the top.
Yep. Tahiti Road, it's tradition.
It is tradition, and it's a fantastic track as well.
Automatic transmission.
Yeah, we are in automatic because 1, I'm lazy, 2, I never played it with manual when I was 9 because that was too difficult. And
yeah, what are gears?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, it's more sensitive than I thought, and we've got more power than we probably needed. Oh, I forgot, yeah, we got the old catch-up anyway, so although we went past them in 100 metres, they'll be glued to us for the rest of the race. Oh, I did that quite nicely for my first attempt.
But they've all done it equally as well.
They have. Don't think they've managed to learn how to program mistakes out of AI at this point in gaming history.
Yeah, but the Gran Turismo AI is basically like Mario Kart AI without the banana skins.
Never liked that corner.
No, deceptively tight corner.
Yeah, and also a lot of the rest of the corners on this track are quite nicely cambered, and that one isn't, so it sort of deceives you.
I was thought it looked a little bit like Thruxton, the track.
Yes, it does. I was thinking it looks familiar, and it is Thruxton.
Thruxton-esque, although a little more elevation.
Yes. Oh dear.
Oh, sick drifteroo.
Oh, we've dropped them. This Mirage is a good little starting car. It's nice and nimble.
Yeah, it's got that good 90s aesthetic to it.
It's very Gran Turismo, isn't it? As in, also, it's the sort of car that I probably would never have heard of unless I'd had this game. I always love on this as well how your best lap tells you the top speed you reach and not your average speed.
Well, it's more important.
Oh, domination.
God, a whole 2 seconds ahead of the second place. That's unheard of.
Well, that's basically like lapping them in this terms as we enjoy a nice little graphical glitch at the side.
Beautiful.
Oh, there we go. We're underway now.
Right. Won the race. Don't have to sell the car.
Now, I think the Sunday Cup, although they're all open and it's the first one, I think the cars do get quicker as you go on.
They certainly do.
So I'm pretty sure we can do this one, but the Red Rock Valley might be a challenge, but we'll just have to see.
I think it'll be either upgrades or a different car for that faster race.
Yeah.
Are we only selling cars if we lose a race?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. We, you.
Well, it's both of us.
You're the one handing over the credits.
My hard-earned credits. Oh yeah, we've got a much better class of car here. Is that an Integra there? BMW 3 Series Compact.
And a bright yellow Lexus.
Well, that'll be it.
Or Toyota Altezza as it will be in this.
Yes. What's going to be our policy on dirty Gran Turismo cheap driving? You know, are we going to be allowing
wall riding and corner bombing?
Yes.
It's always good to do it properly, but you know, if you're in second place on that final corner and you can see that the car slipping away,
yeah,
just go for it.
I think if I lose a race because of my mistake, then I shouldn't do it. But if it's because my car's outclassed and it's the only way to win, maybe it should be allowed.
I mean, if it's the only way to win, then yeah.
Look at them turning into each other. Because they both wanted one of the two preset AI lines.
On this 6 wide highway. Was that a red Integra we got there as well?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm too busy looking at the Integra. Oh, we're going down the middle here. That was completely legit.
This is looking a little bit risky now.
I was just thrown so much then by how they both used the complete extremes of the circuit.
But have the exact same amount of grip
Yes.
and turning ability and speed.
Right. I need to be on.
Well, it is twitchy, isn't it?
It is. Right, we're going to have to. Oh no.
Oh. You're going to have to do some serious weaving now.
Oh no. It's.
Oh no.
Well, that lasted a long time, didn't it? Goodbye, Mirage.
They had 2 more in the garage.
Oh, I don't think we can buy another one, can we?
Oh, that's true. We already bought the cheapest one. Still though, you get to keep the money from coming second in this, even though you have to sell the car.
Yeah. What do you normally get? Is it a quarter of its value of what you paid for it?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
I believe it is. What do we pay? Like 5,800. So it should be 1,400. Oh, 1,500.
You've only put about 15 miles on it.
Oh well, that'd be a nice second-hand buy for someone then. Although we've got 10,184 now, so it's made us a profit.
Okay, so I mean, I guess 184 credits up.
Yeah. So let's go again with something with slightly more power. Where should we go?
How much was that Supra?
Oh,
Should we try the
you
Supra?
want to go up to the Supra straight away?
Well, just some straight line speed, I think, for that race. Is that another rule? We have to immediately redo the race we lost with the new car? Or with a new car?
Yeah, I think so.
It's all about speed on that out that final corner then.
So we've got that Supra, or we've got this Supra for cheaper with an interim amount of power.
What did the Mirage have?
172.
Okay, this is a fairly significant jump up from that,
But then we've got to think about the third race as well.
which is High Speed Ring.
Red Rock Valley.
No, Red Rock Valley, which is also power.
And I think we're going to need power for that, aren't we?
Yeah,
But then
probably.
we've got the other conundrum of what do we do after those races.
Of course.
So that's
The main thing was a sort of front wheel drive and saloony stuff, wasn't it? So
yeah. So that's 295. That's 295. So the Supra could do that race as well.
but we're not looking to do lots of races in the same car.
No, that's the thing. Should we impose a maximum number of races for one car? Or will that be too hard to keep track of?
You're the one with the spreadsheets.
That's very true.
Okay, let's not go for the Supra.
No.
Let's go for something a little more in tune with what we were looking at originally.
Yeah. Of course, we could get something and tune it a bit, because that's very early Gran Turismo, buying something cheap and then whacking some turbos on it. I see Skylines.
Awful lot of letters in here.
Yeah. Yeah, you see you've got...
95 Primera GT.
Ooh. Oh, that's even slower than the Mirage.
Oh dear.
No, no, they've only got Japanese spec cars in there. I wanted a European spec version.
BTCC styling. What Mazda got on offer?
Mazda. Oh, that's a good shout. 323. An RX-7? No, we want something saloony, don't we?
What's the 323? Okay, four-wheel drive. Similar horsepower to before.
It's cheap. We could put some...
Are they all four-wheel drive?
I think those two are. These two will be front... These are front-wheel drive ones.
Right, okay. Absolutely no horsepower either.
No. So we could go for a four-wheel drive one and put something on it.
Yeah.
Where haven't we looked? Honda. Well, we looked there before, didn't we? Yeah, I think maybe that Mazda will be a good shout.
Let's grab a 323.
Let's grab a 323.
Red one or a blue one? That's a nice blue.
Let's go for the blue one. It's fractionally cheaper, and I'm still concerned about money at this stage.
Not a bad deal though.
No, oh, it's cheaper than the Mirage. Right.
Straight for the turbo.
Why not? Let's risk it. So this has got to do us now.
Coming for you, yellow Lexus, because I'm sure it will be there again.
Yeah. The Japanese Mercedes. Right, four-wheel drive. I'm expecting an incredible launch. Oh, there it is. I've definitely got a bit more grunt now. But is it enough?
Slipstream. I'd say that was enough. Certainly keeping up.
It better be.
Oh, he's gone high.
Oh no. My plan was foiled by my own ineptitude.
I imagine you're using the D-pad for this and not the analog stick.
Absolutely. It's the only way to play Gran Turismo. Completely digitally.
It's because the analog controls aren't any better.
Yeah.
They just turn on at a point. So they're not analog.
Right, so
Oh yeah,
would that lead be enough to get to the line if I don't wiggle? It should be. Got a Fiat Coupe there this time.
Oh, beautiful. Not seen one of them in real life for a while.
For a very long time. Probably all rotting away.
Little nibble at your bum there.
It's like a fish. Oh no.
Oh dear.
No, this is not good. Oh, we're okay. One good corner away. No.
Oh, he's on the grass.
Yeah, put him on the grass, slow him down.
Yeah. Well, in theory it should slow him down.
No you don't, no you don't, no you don't. There we are, tactics.
Oh nice. He blocked everyone else. Perfect.
Result. Well, that was a little squeakier than I thought it would be.
Still, it's a win. Don't have to sell the car.
It's a win. Don't have to sell the car. But I don't think it's going to win the next one. Right, so I'm thinking, what's the four-wheel drive early one?
Oh,
it's not going to win.
Seattle.
That's a bit much, I think.
Yeah, it's not going to win that though. Although it is the short course, so it's not really about horsepower.
That's very true.
Is the start-finish line fairly close to the final corner? Don't want to risk it.
No, I don't think I want to risk it at this stage. Luxury four-door cup. Nope, that's too much.
What's going in the Clubman?
I think the Clubman's open as well, but I'm worried it's going to be too much for the first race unless it's a... Oh, I know what one we could do first to sort of... If we go in here, that should be doable, right?
Yes, definitely.
Right, let's do this. Get a bit of capital behind us before we take another risk.
There's another rule. Once we've obviously won a race, no going back and...
Redoing it.
Re-winning it.
Oh yeah, of course.
You rev that engine there.
Yeah.
Is that a Tomicara alongside, or however it's pronounced?
Oh, what the the Mazda AZ1.
No, it's an
Autozam AZ1.
Autozam. And a Yaris and a Micra.
Oh, here we go. This feels a bit more comfortable.
Very tall, aren't they, the Gran Turismo tracks?
Yes. I suppose that's so they didn't have to render too much beyond the walls and...
True.
I do like a bit of midfield raceway.
Taking all of the curb and then some.
Yeah. There's a lot of people here to watch this 6-car race between small Japanese cars as I run wide.
Now, is this track based on Suzuka? Did I hear that? It's got the crossover. The layout is similar in that you've got the start-finish straight, you've got a wiggly bit, then you've got a crossover, then you've got a hairpin.
It is quite similar. I always thought Apricot Hill was a bit like Suzuka. Although it didn't have the crossover, it had the sort of, first corner that's fast into a slow corner, and then some wiggly S's, a tight hairpin in the middle of the track, and a chicane at the end.
Maybe they're all just like Suzuka.
Yeah,
This start-finish straight is most certainly downhill.
yeah. It's funny, I think this game's actually easier when you get to the faster cars because the steering movements don't have quite such an impact. When you're going at such a slow speed, it's just all over the place.
The lake that looks like it's higher up.
It must be the Netherlands. Oh yeah, look, it goes up the wall there. There we go. Oh, this is instantly better than the Mitsubishi. Oh, look at that.
4,000 bonus credits better.
Ideally, what we need to do is do some races where there are prize cars so that we've got backups we don't have to spend money on if it ever comes to that point.
Which ones are they?
Those would be these FF and FR, basically everything except those two. And on this one, it's everything on the second page onwards as prize cards, but they're quite high level.
International B, yeah, that's a bit high to be heading to, yeah.
Yeah. So, do we want to risk a Clubman Cup to get a bit of money?
I reckon the first Clubman Cup race, yeah. And then maybe upgrade for the four-wheel drive challenge.
Yeah. Or buy a car to compete in one of these and retire the Mazda successful should it win this.
Yeah, I mean, winning this will take us well over the 10,000.
Yeah.
So we can move up to the next level of
Yeah. Maybe we can get that Supra,
used car.
the rear-wheel drive. Oh, this should be doable.
What we got?
It's a right old mix. We've got a Lotus Elise, and then we've got a Mini,
MGF,
MGF, Fiat Cinquecento,
Cinquecento, and is it
and
an Elan?
an Elan. I want to drive between them, but I can't stay in a straight line.
So if we turned up for a European-only race,
No, it's just called the Clubman Cup, so unless that's some sort of secret European. Whoa!
well, okay.
Okay, well that makes it all fair game.
I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
That is very, very silly.
That's a very quick Mini as well.
Suspiciously. I'm a bit worried about that Elise.
Yeah, it's just sort of sitting there waiting.
Waiting to punt me in the side.
It didn't take long.
Oh no.
Although it's the slower of the Lotuses ahead.
But they're working as a team, this is the problem.
Damn Team Lotus.
Yeah. It's a single car Mazda entry, I don't have the same advantage. So I need to be on the inside coming out of this corner.
Although your Mazda is very much about
Where's the
twice
Elise
the
gone?
mass.
That's very true.
Where did the Elise go?
It's right at the back.
Huh.
Well,
That's unusual. That doesn't normally happen.
it was close for second.
And everyone finishes pretty much in the grid formation at the distance from each other as they started the race.
Might as well have not done it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a bit more monies. How much more monies? That's got to be 5,000 at least. Yes.
Okay, 14,000.
Positively loaded.
Do you risk any more races with this, or...?
Ooh. I don't think the Clubman Cup's going to be viable. Not a Grindelwald in that anyway. What else was down here? I don't think we can really call it a compact car, can we?
Not exactly. It's not quite a wagon.
No. And I don't think the...
You did put a turbo on it, though.
I did. Does that mean we can go into GT 500 with it? So, do we retire the Mazda and go with something else?
Let's have a look. Let's see what there is.
It's either spend the 14 grand on upgrading it, which is money we don't recoup if it doesn't work. Or,
Or do we want something either front or rear wheel drive now, don't we?
yeah. So, what was the power limit for the front wheel drive race again? 295. And that was also 295. Well, should we go rear wheel drive? Because the Mitsubishi was front wheel drive. We've had 4-wheel drive with the Mazda.
Yep.
Should we go with the Supra?
May as well. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's done then.
It's there. It's calling us. Oh, it's gone up.
Although there's a Celica GT4, but no, that's 4-wheel drive again.
Yes. Right, let's do the Supra. And let's just dive straight into that race. It's black.
What colour is it? Black. I do remember being fairly amazed when I first saw these nighttime race graphics.
Yeah. I mean, on a small CRT
Yeah.
20 years ago.
I mean, it still kind of works now, to be fair.
Yeah. Is this car black? It looks purple. Is that just because it's an old game?
Maybe the colour was completely misleading.
Yeah.
Although it's reflecting a purple sky, so maybe it's that.
It could be, yeah.
Although that's the other thing, I remember the reflections being absolutely amazing in this, and now I realise it's just a static, never-changing reflection map. But that's the thing, your mind fills in the rest.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favourite things about Gran Turismo games is the Japanese city tracks.
Yeah, they're very sort of almost unique to the series. You don't see this sort of track on any other game series, at least not done as well as this.
No. Be nice to see some in some other games, so don't have to keep driving Gran Turismo to drive them.
Yeah, one thing Gran Turismo's always been very good at is the original tracks.
There are some absolute classics in there.
Yeah.
And of course, everything in this game is an original track, isn't it, other than Laguna Seca.
And Pikes Peak.
Of course, yes.
Well, I think some of the tracks are based on real roads as well, so does that make them original tracks?
Yeah. I remember that one on Gran Turismo 5, was it? The one in Switzerland?
Oh, yeah.
Up and down with several routes through the village.
Yeah.
With some crazy gradients and elevation changes. It was just so very Gran Turismo. It was absolutely horrible to drive. But it was just so wacky.
We've got a prize car. What have we got? Is it in any way useful?
A Slatey.
A Nissan Slatey.
Didn't it? I thought it spanned the car around in front of us when we won it.
That was the later ones. I don't think they had the processing power to actually show you a car on a loading screen.
You had to go find it for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that could be useful in something, I guess. What's the second one? Oh, that's too much of a power jump, I think.
That's a massive power jump.
It's huge. Thought it'd be 350 or something. Ooh. What year is this Supra? 91. Oh, I was hoping we could do it in the 80s race.
And it's not a muscle car.
It's not. Well, no, it's not historic.
It's historic now.
Fiddle it by saying by today's standards, yeah. Pure sports car cup. That's a bit much power again. Could do this one at midfield again in it, just to use it to build some cash.
Yep. I'd say do that.
It's always a bit of a problem with early Gran Turismo where you've just got to do races to earn money. It doesn't really start getting completely interesting until you've got enough to buy sort of new cars.
Yeah, have a little more selection to choose from when going racing.
Yeah, I suppose, well, I kind of like that in a way, because you play a modern game and they throw money and cars at you straight away, I guess, to keep people interested. Whereas back then it was like, no, if you want a good car, you're going to have to put in the effort.
Yeah, you're going to have to race for it in this racing game. So what we got ahead of us, is that
It's an
an
S2000,
S2000?
Sylvia. And I can't quite tell what that is in the lead. Need the pixels to form a little bit better. Oh, another S2000.
Oh, it's two S2000s. What do you think is the silliest car we can get for the convertible cup.
The convertible cup.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the open top one.
the silliest.
Because obviously there's an option, but it's a little on the nose.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there like a? I'm not sure.
There aren't any silly American soft tops in this, are there?
Oh, there might be some, like some Chrysler Sebring or something that's like a family four-door but a convertible version. There might be something like that.
Yeah, a big wallowy yacht of a car. Yeah. How's the gap looking? Oh, there isn't one.
No. They're a bit quicker than I thought they were. Underestimated them a bit. Suppose this car is quite heavy. It was 1,500 kilos or something.
It does four-wheel drift pretty well, though.
It drives really nicely. Oh no.
Oh dear. Well, that's an opportune time to have done that.
Well,
Gonna have to buy something.
yeah. Unless the rubber banding flings me back into the lead before the finish, but that's not going to happen. And we're not even going to get money for second. Oh dear.
Do you get money for fifth?
It'll be a few hundred.
You get like a couple of hundred credits.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was very embarrassing. Just seconds after I praised how nice it was to drive.
Too nice.
Too nice.
Did the celebratory donut a lap early?
I did. Oh dear.
Right, well, to the scrap heap with it.
Off it goes. Right. So where do we go from here? Right, we need to look at something that we can buy a car that will win 2 or 3 races.
Definitely need something in the upper 200s, don't we? For horsepower.
Oh, so if we can get something for this, we should be able to do all 3 of those. Because that's a close power banding.
Right, so, compact. We need something compact.
We do. How are we defining compact? Just by eyes?
Yep, using eyes.
Where's going to be good for compact? Nissan's Micro, that's not going to be quick enough.
Maybe this is where we have to head to Daihatsu and Suzuki.
Yeah, but then they struggle with the lack of power as well.
Can we trick out a Jimny?
No, they're all going to be...
They're all awful, aren't they?
Yeah.
What's a Legnum?
A big old estate.
Ah.
That is
Oh,
definitely
right.
not compact. Basically a Galant estate.
There is the Wagon Cup, of course.
There is the Wagon Cup. Let's have another look at the races. Maybe that's a bit out of our reach at the moment.
The K Cup. Probably a good place to...
That could be. Oh yeah, look, we've got a big power thing, and then it gets smaller as it goes on for some reason.
Why is the horsepower so large for the first one? That seems odd.
Maybe it's because your first car will be about that power, so you can do it. But then as you get more licenses, you have to specifically buy a slower car. Let's look for a K car then. That's going to be... We can go Suzuki or Daihatsu for that, and we can go cheap.
And add a load of stuff to it if we need to.
Yeah. What's the cheapest Daihatsu we got? I don't want to spend more money on this than I have to. There we go. How does that sound to you?
The Curor Trucks.
Yes.
Trucks. Yeah. I mean, it's got a spoiler. Sort of.
Oh, it must have enough speed to require downforce then. Not that it would do anything located in the vacuum of the back of the flat car.
Yeah, halfway down the back of the flat car as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a wing, maybe it's a guttering for the rear window.
Yeah, or a shelf for putting your keys while you're filling it up.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Yep. All of those reasons are good enough.
Alright, let's put some power onto it.
DRS. Daihatsu Reduction System.
That's a big power increase, but we don't want that much power, because then we can't enter the races.
No, it'll have to be something else.
Oh yes, let's pay 1,000 credits to
Do
not
nothing.
increase the horsepower.
Racing exhaust on that.
Ooh, could we go the other way? How much are racing slicks?
More than the car. Way, way more than the car. What's in others?
Others, that'll be weight reduction and... Oh, there we go, that'll do it.
Can't afford that either, though.
No.
And only 2 colours.
Maybe.
Can you take it off again?
Take what off?
Can we put the stage 1 turbine kit on now?
We can take it off again,
and
yeah.
then take it off for the other races.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Right, 4,000 though, so it's got to win.
It has. Is that going to be enough to win the 147 horsepower race? Or do we need to add more?
Oh, I don't know.
We've sort of backed ourselves into a corner here.
I can't imagine there being cars, compact cars with that much.
No.
Like K cars, sorry, with that much horsepower.
No. Yeah, you see, it's not worth spending all that other money. Let's just try it. We've got to try it.
Got to try it. Yeah, see? Exactly the same car in the race.
Oh, yeah.
Off to a good start.
Oh, well, that's a good sign if we're quicker on the straight.
Another little AutoZam.
Oh, we should have got one of those. And then we could have done the mid-engined cup in it and everything.
Oh. Well, still can.
And they've got a Targa roof, so we could have done the open top in it. We could have done the whole game in an AutoZam.
Maybe next time. Yeah, I don't believe you made it around that corner without getting whacked.
It's a miracle.
I guess they're smaller cars.
Not going fast enough to be... Yeah, not going fast enough to be dive bombed.
Until now. Oh no.
I'm absolutely terrified of going slower than I should do and losing all momentum. Oh dear.
Well saved. That could have gone a lot worse.
It was, yeah. Turned in too early with the input delay of severe digital steering. See, I wonder if this would be quick enough to win the other 2 races without the turbo.
Probably. Although what were they, 90
Yeah.
something? Probably if this is the speed standard, although they're still all right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. It's really not much better now, is it?
No, it really isn't. No, it's the one thing they never improved. Instead of making the AI better, they just made later Gran Turismos have that stupid rolling start where you start off 20 seconds behind the leader and just makes every race essentially a time trial.
Having to catch them up, yeah.
Oh, that was good. Right.
All the Daihatsus.
All the Daihatsus. Right, the moment of truth. That's quite a lot of money as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and a car. Well, that's good, because it means if we lose this, then we've got a backup ready, in theory. Let's see what it is.
A Mugen Beat.
A Mugen Beat. Oh,
Nice.
lovely. Look at that.
Put that in the mid-engine cup.
I almost want to lose now, so that I can... I'm sure you can take stuff off. I think you have to go into test driving it, and then go into the settings from there. So if I go on this...
And then you can detune it.
Settings. Turbo kit. Normal. There we go.
Ah, here we go, Seattle.
Seattle short course. Will it be enough?
Got another one alongside. Again.
Must be a popular choice. Oh no, it's slightly different. It's a Subaru Vivio.
They've rebadged it, you fool. What's the teal one over on the left? The turquoise. Turquoise and blue.
Is that a Mitsubishi Minica, I believe?
They all just look like tiny buses. Beautifully, wrongly proportioned.
Yeah, but as tall as a normal car, but everything else completely out of proportion. Oh dear.
Whoa. Get a wiggle on. It's certainly all about the cornering on this circuit, though.
Get out of the way.
So this is the short course, isn't it? So
Yeah. It should be flat. Maybe even this last double hairpin will be flat, because it's quite wide. Or a bit of a lift.
oh, perfect.
Yes,
And everyone else did it perfect as well.
it's definitely doable, even with no mods. Just hope I don't make a mistake again.
They're rock solid for such little cars, aren't they?
They are.
Just will not budge.
Right, let's try the same again. Around the outside here.
Around the outside, inside line for the next.
Inside line for the next. Get the overlap so I can push them out of the way. And it should be flat to the finish from here. Oh dear, no, don't want to wobble into the wall. No. Oh dear, I didn't mean to do that.
It's alright, it had the desired effect.
It did. We're okay.
Oh yeah, perfect. Right.
Oh no, get over,
Oh.
get over, get over, get over.
Where did you get all that speed from?
The catch-up system must have kicked in. But we've done it.
The little overboost button. It's too late to overtake now. Didn't count.
Right. Can it win the third race? I didn't see what track it was.
It's all on the track, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's given us some good money.
New car?
We'll see what that is afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, Tahiti Road.
Do you reckon you could take it?
I think I can do it. I don't think adding a bit of power, because everything else only adds like 3 horsepower, so with the money we've got, we might be able to add 10, and I don't think that's enough to make a difference.
No.
I think
Okay.
we just go for it. The car's essentially useless even if it does win this one anyway, because it's too slow for any other race, so... It's
True, if it goes, it goes.
Yeah. Alright, what have we got in this? A beat.
3 race wins and a prize car or 2. It's certainly been the most productive.
It has the most profitable of all the cars.
And it was the cheapest.
It was the cheapest. And the slowest.
And the slowest. You've been left in the dust. Left for dust. You can barely get up the hill.
Yeah, that's the downside of using automatic transmission.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. Right, is this chicane going to be flat? If it is, I'm going to gain. Yes.
Oh, yes.
This is going to be the corner where it's all done, considering it's probably the only one I'm going to have to actually brake on the whole track.
Oh.
Oh, that was nice. Judged that very nicely, if I do say so myself.
How many times have you hit that pit entrance?
Oh, I've lost count.
Many, many, many.
Is it better to hit it or go through the pit lane and take the slow down?
Probably the pit lane, as long as you can enter the pit lane with enough speed.
Oh no,
That's alright. Pinball effect.
it's worked out. Not what I intended, but... Oh, it's so twitchy.
It does look like it's going to topple over at every opportunity. Whoa!
Right.
Is that the
I'm
Honda
gonna-
Beat?
Yeah. Oh, and the AutoZan. Right. This has got to be. Oh. No, it's a step too far. That's all right though. It's got some wins and some cars and some money.
Yeah, should have about 20,000 credits, I think, after all this.
Yeah. Right. Let's sell that then. Ooh. Now. Oh, that's the classic.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That will certainly.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
that exceeds the horsepower limit, doesn't it?
by a single brake horsepower.
How irritating.
How
There's
irritating.
nothing you can put on it to take it off, is there?
No, but
It's a compact car, though.
it is a compact car. I was just thinking that is, if we spend
And it's a good base.
all of that money bringing it up to power, then that could be a very useful prize car.
Plus, it looks excellent.
It does look excellent. That's the first car you win on the first Gran Turismo, the Sunday Cup. If you win the Sunday Cup, you win that. So it's the OG prize car.
Everyone has had that car
Yes,
and loved it.
yes, with its blanked out rear quarter panel windows and window sticker. Yeah, so we could do the compact car with the Demio, but should we save that for next time?
That seems like a good place to leave it.
Yeah,
I think we've achieved quite a bit in this first one. 17,000.
yeah. I think our own little self-imposed rules are working out quite well. It makes it a bit of a challenge.
And we've already had a variety of vehicles.
We have, and that's what we want. So, long may it continue.
And continue it shall next time.
Yeah.